Just her typical self, one of the nation's best.
Certainly is. Just the way that she, her presence in the circle.
SEC softball is Kirsten Ruse. Stephen Gould at first and Marty Abazishan down at third base. 0-2. Grounded to short. Natalia Rios got it. Fires over to first, and there's one down. It kind of goes without saying, too, JB, especially when. But if you see a pitch you like, whether it's the first pitch or the second pitch, you better go after it.
And that's why, you know, you see these offenses, the teams they played early in the non-con, you got to take advantage when they throw one or make a mistake.
Got her swinging. 358 hitter. So this ball is roped towards deep center field. It's gone.
Man, that rushed, and that's the thing with this Georgia lineup. You got to get 3 outs on the board. They can start 2-out rallies, and this ball was touched. She was sitting on that one, elevated, and laps that to deep center field. Certainly not going to give up easy as Robin Herron. And this is a Georgia lineup that's faced some really good competition. A dogfight against Oklahoma State. They lost 6-5, but
payoff is up high for ball 4. It's a rise ball. And Sarah Gordon not having any of it.
How big is it for Georgia, though, right? To get off to that start, it looked like they were, struggling to begin. First 2 outs, but that's
by getting the next batter to get out of the inning. Making it tough on her. This a little soft liner will fall into right field. Great reaching safely for Georgia.
They've got a chance to add more.
Shutout efforts. Going 3 innings in both. Takes ball 4. That's a good job to be calm at the plate after the 3-0 pitch was in there for a strike.
The same pitch, same result, maybe a little bit higher. She's in the driver's seat. Novickas is going to have to battle.
Got her swinging, almost the same spot. Andy Rolling.
Yeah, you love to see both teams going with lefties. Rollings, this is not a stranger for Arkansas, right? He said maybe too much the other way. Throws too many strikes on a day with the wind blowing out could be dangerous. And then Johnson, as you mentioned, starting really since she got on campus. She's been a mainstay. 1 through 9 Arkansas.
Johnson, 1 hop back to the circle. Rolling's got it. Kirsten Ruse at second. Emily Digby at short. Bailey Lindemuth.
How big was the get for Coach Deifel to get Dakota Kennedy to campus from Arizona?
Got her swinging for Randy Rolling. But 366 in conference play. That's not supposed to happen.
That's right, especially as a freshman.
Payoff. She takes it the other way. Into the gap. McDowell on her way to second. That is one heck of an at-bat.
Boy, it sure is. 3-2. Went with it. Outer portion. Might have been a little elevated, too. And Ella McDowell bangs. They're no stranger for either of these programs.
Got her on 3 pitches, and Rolling responds.
Really mow you down, so she's so tough to square up.
Got jammed that time, muscling it into center field, but Reagan. 2-0 to Lindemuth. Skied up. Here's a play for one of the corner outfields.
That's right. I mean, getting out of that jam was huge for Robin Herron.
In that first inning, after the solo home run, it went. So we'll see how the Bulldogs do second time through with Kirsten Ruse here. Right off of Herron's glove. Tough play for Davison, but makes it look easy.
She found success, 4 College World Series appearances, right? 1-1 in her time, too. And that's how you land players like Brinley Bain.
That's right. Grounded to the right side.
The offensive power and the numbers that you see. You used to only see one or two pitchers.
2-2. Only one strikeout in 45 at-bats for Carly Davison this year. Well, those are the types of things that I think sometimes get overlooked, especially when you get into conference play. You never know how the games are going to go, but if the situation calls for it. Second batter that's worked a full count against Rolling. Roped into left field for a base hit.
Just hammered that to the pull side. Wasn't a bad pitch from Rolling either, mind you.
Talia Rio gets hit, first pitch.
Just got away from Rolling a little bit up and in. 9, so no batter do you get a break, but that's why you see two-out rallies started with both of these lineups. They can do it both of these programs get those players to stay. But they wait their turn, they do get a chance, and then when they get called upon, they delivered.
Soft pop-up off the cap of the bat. They put up 5 hours. It's rumored that it was to beat some impending weather, but...
You're right, Josh. I think that's what it was.
Delaney Sullivan, first pitch. Little soft liner dropped into left field.
That's the first leadoff hitter of the game for I. Last time against Tarrant to be a little bit more aggressive. Didn't barrel it, but placed it perfectly.
That's a player that Coach Tony Baldwin said, she's a model for what we want in all facets. The 0-2 has popped out of play, but this to set an example for younger players. It's easy to...
That's a really good point. So impressive with what Goodwin has done. Because you want those types of players in your pro. And the case for both of these teams, 500 or better seems to be the standard.
So good read on that pitch that was down in the dirt, and she's going to get to third here. Got her to chase one. Got to throw it on to first to complete it.
I mean, that's too straight low, below the zone. I think that's the idea. Don't leave something elevated to Gordon.
Well, Gordon hitting .541 on the season, but that number goes up. There's the 2-0.
Yeah, and I like that swing from Gordon. She just kind of let...
Payoff pitch number 2 is upstairs.
Heron here with the double play in order.
To hitting .446. Now here in her... This ball's well hit to deep center, off of the wall. Ellison will be held to a single. Marissa Miller, first pitch, knocks it through the hole. It's short to drive in another run. Bulldog bats are hot on a Friday afternoon.
Man, they sure are. That is a nibbled, and then Georgia, being expert, made it pay off.
This ball hit to the gap in left center, all the way to the wall. Ellison in to score. Pressure's on for the freshman who's answered the call so far this year, JB.
Yeah, that she has. Timmerman's got...
Emily Digby flat out to center field, first time up. The 8-hole. Ground ball, back up the middle. It's a 4-run frame for the Bulldogs. Bailey Lindemuth, first pitch, hard grounder. Davison able to stop it. Digby able to slide in just ahead of the throw.
The ball was smoked off the bat. So really tough to try to pick that up.
Ground ball towards second. Davison to second for one, and that...
One thing's for sure, Timmerman's not been scared to throw strikes at attack hitters. She started this whole mess for Georgia with that big-time single to left field.
The 0-2. High fly ball in center field. Up into the bright sky. Johnson makes the catch. There they got it. Yeah, just one at a time. That's got to be the approach. Ground ball to the right side, flip to second for one. Relay not in time. Worked a full count and then doubled to center field back in the first inning. This ball is hammered. Deep center field. It is gone. Fifth round tripper of the year for Ella McDowell.
That ball was mashed from McDowell. This one was a little bit elevated. Well, you know those two have faced each other back as teammates in the.
She's an All-American caliber player when she's at her best. This one softly popped up and sliding in.
Ball's got a lot of backspin on it to the right side, so it tails away from the second baseman, Bruce. She had to go down to a knee and kind of slide in.
There you go. 4-pitch walk. Georgia talking things over here. Struck out Wyckoff first time up. Here's a grounder to the right side. Picked up by Ruse to first in time.
Razorbacks. For sure.
Bouncing ball to short. Rio takes care of it, uncharacteristically so, but the ERA still looking good at 2.07. This is a fly ball to left field. Towering fly ball, deep left center field, going back, it is gone! How about it for Tyler Ellison, her third hit of the game? And
every bit of this, up and in, moonshot, if you will. Oh, it's daytime, but Ellison, my goodness, aiming for the wind, gets up in the jet stream, no problem for Ellison. Well, the batter previous didn't quite square it up.
Miller.
Liver, you certainly want to, but you don't feel like you're.
Against UNC Wilmington. BI against Georgia State earlier this week.
Yes, in the previous games in the season.
Lifted up into shallow right center.
A tough task for Arkansas, the one thing that seemed to evade them, but it's hard to get there.
Got her swinging. Has retired the leadoff now in 3 of 4 innings as Italia Rio, who got hit. Back-to-back strikeouts for Rolling here to start the 4th. Comes the 0-1. Little dribbler to first base. Nope, 6 of those, at least 1 hit on the afternoon. Lined into right field for a base hit. The face Sailor Timmerman, who came out of the bullpen for the starter Robin Heron. That helped force the if game. And that's super against Florida. 4, 6, 3.
The ball's hit by Digby, but Davison, Reho to Bell. Nope.
Lindemuth, first pitch. A scorched ground ball off of Tiana Bell. Ruse lines one into right field. That one gets away. Both runners advance. Ground ball to short. Rio was blinded for a moment by the runner who did a good job.
Tune in tomorrow for sure.
That's right. Postseason games last year for her. As a grounder to short, and Digby.
About Rolling, as you mentioned, living the margin. She's placed well. Velo's been good.
Foul tip, held. She'll take her walk.
See if she'll expand the zone. Bell just needs to let it travel and go with the pitch if she can.
Well, that's indeed the plan, and two. Popped up, drifting foul. And
but they've had a few of them with multiple hit days.
Lifted up, drifting foul into the left field corner. What a, oh my goodness. But the
coming, she catches it right here, but then the collision. Glove goes over the railing, and that ball, because of that jolt action.
This one lifted up high in the air. Overranked opponents, 5 of 9 and all 5 of her hits. Just off the upper outside corner. Another payoff. There you go. Rio steps on second for one. Had a sharp one hop. Lifted up into right field. Well, you come in the game, the ball will find you. Natalie Ray, who their lowest run total is 2 against Virginia, third game of the season. Ground ball to second. They flip there for one. To first, double play.
Stymied by Rolling.
Davison able to stop it. To the right side. Only play to first is the most this season. As that's grounded to the right side. Davison again to retire Lindemuth. Grounded to short. Rio fires across. Retires. Reliable. Even more so than that. Dynamic.
Come in and start. I mean, Rijkaard's one of those that could start. Offensively, she's that good. It's such a luxury to have.
Called strike 3. Trying to bunt, and Miller picked that up on the hop right in front of home plate. A fair ball. Towards the gap in right center. And she continues to close in.
Great time with Hannah McEwen. She's great.
First pitch here, sliding stop at second. That's off the glove of Rolling, and out is the call. Called strike 3.
Was today for Georgia, and they certainly were that. I think you got to tip your cap to Randy Rolling. You pitch that way against an Arkansas offense who's really no one's been able to do that much to this year.